Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and join with me today the other three snacks. No, wait, they sound gross, but I promise they taste delicious, starting with the scrumptious Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I gotta say, okay, all right. So I have two. Okay, first off, croutons. I will buy a box of croutons and just eat them. I don't know if that's normal.
That's normal.
Okay,
that's pretty
good.
normal.
Is it really? Okay.
I do that.
I used to get crab for them all the time that I used to eat them, and I love croutons. They're great. I had a follow-up just in case. I don't know how weird I am with food. A whole thing of the white Tic Tacs. I will just down a whole thing of them.
The white ones, the mint.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I love mint.
That's
Mint's
wild.
my favorite.
The menthol mint Tic Tac.
I love mint too, but damn.
No, all at the same time. Oh man, I'm just happy as can be.
When he drinks water, he blasts off into the stratosphere.
My teeth just sparkle from or spark from all the mint and
Yeah.
Like the ones that taste like Colgate toothpaste.
Love
oh
'em.
my God.
Dude, if I see him in the grocery store, immediately like, yep, take
That's
one.
so funny.
That's a weird one.
I am Dan. I play Minnis PebbleWalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger, and I'm actually really, really upset with Jared because he outed me and he didn't even realize it before this started. I am the ketchup on bread.
Yeah.
Apparently Jared does it too. When there's nothing to eat in the house,
That's not normal.
I just see Alec doesn't agree. I just
Absolutely.
slather bread in ketchup and just eat a ketchup sandwich. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
That's not technically a sandwich. That's just ketchup on bread.
Is there something in the middle of the bread? Sandwich.
Sandwich.
A sandwich needs to be 2 pieces of bread.
Oh, see, I would take the one and fold it to, really just optimize the ketchup to bread at the same time.
Yes, a ketchup pierogi. I got you.
There you go.
I got
Yeah.
you. like that
Ketchup
too.
pierogi. Never say that to me ever again.
All right, Alec, how about you?
My name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashborn, and my go-to late night snack, if nothing else is available, is pretty simple. It's just a dill pickle wrapped in like bologna or any other like cold cuts I got.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes I'll put like mustard or whatever on it, but
That's a good one.
or like hot sauce, some like Taco Bell hot sauce or something.
It's definitely weird, but I definitely also think I would love
I
that.
pretty much put Taco Bell hot sauce on anything. So
They always give you like 10 extra packets, so you always got extra.
yeah, exactly. What about you, Tony?
Mine I've been doing for the last year and a half or so because I learned it from my one of my kids' shows.
Learned it.
I learned it. I learned this from one of my kids' TV shows, a toasted jelly with cheese. So it's a piece of toast with jelly on it and then a slice of American cheese on top. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It looks gross, but it
Grilled
tastes
cheese
so
with
good.
jelly?
No. You make toast, you spread jelly on it, and then just a normal piece of
normal
American cheese. You don't grill it. Maybe you
Wait.
could.
You're giving the ketchup sandwich shit, and all you do is
ketchup
just add
pierogi.
one extra thing of cheese on, and that's a sandwich? Hold on a
I
second.
didn't say sandwich. I never said sandwich.
Wow.
A toasted jelly with cheese.
That is bizarre. That is definitely bizarre. I'm definitely going to try it.
It's so good. It does not taste
All
like
right.
how you would imagine at all. And now you know the deal. Before we get into the recap, we got to do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by Alec. Alec? Jared.
Jared.
Brought to you by
Correct.
Jared. That was a test and you passed.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Guys, I don't know if you've checked out the website lately, 404pod.com. We got all sorts of fun stuff up there, and we're going to be updating it soon. I know we say that all the time, but we're trying to keep it up and fresh for you guys. But make sure to go over to 404pod.com, check out the merch. All of our social links are on there. Patreon, if you want to get to there too. 404pod.com.
Great. Thank you, Jared. And now we're going to go ahead and roll for the recap. That's where I roll a giant rubber D4 that was half eaten by my bunnies, where whoever lands on has to do the recap, where I am number 1. 2 is Dan. 3 is Alec. No, wait. I'm 1. 2 is fuck. I'm 1. 2 is Alec. 3 is Dan, and 4 is Jared.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. First try. Okay.
we got there.
It's been a while. New year, new me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and roll the giant D4. Okay, here we go. We're gonna roll it. Rolling it.
Oh, that was the best roll yet.
All right, you see it. I'm gonna go pick it
That was
up.
an awesome one.
I probably got a plumber's crack.
Oh, I think Jared knows something I don't.
Nah, I think it's me because it's an uneaten side.
It is a 3, which means Dan's gonna do the recap.
I just did the arc recap. Can someone else do it?
What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
use my veto for the first time. I don't want to do it today.
The arc recap was 3 weeks ago.
I'm using my veto. I don't want to do it.
Son of a bitch.
Wait, I thought you used your veto.
I did not.
I think he did.
No, you just
two
made it
people
up
have
to
used
try
it.
and get me.
I'm pretty sure 2 people have used it, right? No?
Yeah, Tony used it once
Oh, and
because he was
Alec
the
used it
first
once?
one, and
No, I
then
didn't use
Alec
it.
used,
No, I
or
didn't.
Jared did.
I
Was
never
Alec or
used
Jared?
mine.
No, you guys temporarily made me use it when I was sick, but then Jared was sick and you guys didn't make him use his, so I got mine back.
Rolling.
Is it Dan again?
Probably.
Oh, it's an uneaten side. The cube is spoken.
God damn it! It was meant to be. That's
The
so
dice
unlucky.
has spoken. All hail the die.
Hey, I'm your local grandma smoker here to do a recap for my grandson's weird podcast he does. Yeah, he told me about it last time he visited me in the home, and basically the last session, Minnis met his childhood bully Miranor, who was also followed by his childhood friend. What was your name? Flora? Yeah, Flora. And basically they got into an argument at first where Minnis tried to tackle the guy and told Miranor that one day he will beat him and be mighty and victorious and all that kind of jazz. But then also had a separate conversation with Flora where he showed Flora a bunch of flowers, and Flora took one of the flowers to do research. And of course, a bunch of kids were all crowded around Drell, cheering him on. It was like, Drell, you're badass. You're cool. You're like awesome. Let me jump off of a dragon like you did. And they basically injured themselves all day trying to be like Drell. Armos talked to the hag and tried to get a little more info about the tooth, but it didn't work out so well. They all went to sleep. Next day, they talked to the hag again about the tooth, who said, yeah, if you do eventually get the tooth, I'll try, I guess, to, get the curse out of it. So they tried, failed. Armos talked to Yanagu. Yanagu's like, I'll kill you. I'll eat you. Your food. And yeah, that didn't work. And basically they're friends. And basically now they're probably mortal enemies with a demon god creature thing. But they moved on and went down the mountain and found a sleeping giant or something. I don't know. Roll the fucking intro.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404. Gentlemen, boyos, welcome to session 86. Where we last left off, the 3 of you were traveling from Tain Mordin with the intention of heading to the city of Sandlo. Ellis had given you a map on how to get there. However, you do know it was going to be a bit of a trek and a little bit of a journey to get there just from where you are, from where the city of Sandlo is, which is located on the main island of the Kambuki Isles, the North Island, which is also the island where the giant piece of floating earth that is hovering, that is a map icon of the Kambuki Isles. It is a well-known piece of land that hovers over it. It serves as a landmark within the world and the Kambuki Isles. It's also a great tool for any navigator to kind of figure out where they are just by looking at it and in which direction it could be, because it's in the center of all the isles. As the three of you were traveling, you had a somewhat easy path, and it is a nice day, although a hot one. And as you were following a loose dirt path through the forest, you come across something interesting. A sleeping giant lays between two large rocks that seems to provide gentle shade from the harsh island sun. The giant has a mix of pale and white stone grayish skin. Drell, you recognize her as a stone giant. She's wearing a large white tabard fitted with steel and iron plates across it, looking like a massive suit of armor. Dirt, mud, rocks, and twigs seem to cover her dull red hair that is also partially covering her face. The parts of her body that are not covered in armor plates are covered in bruises that are days old. Lastly, there are several large sacks placed nearby by her feet next to her massive steel maul. It looks like her belongings. She is somewhat blocking your path from where you need to go. It looks like this is like an easier path where she is nestled up and sleeping. You could walk around. However, she is somewhat blocking your way. And she is snoozing. It looks like she's having a calm sleep. And she is snoring. What are the three of you doing?
Does she look like battle hardened? You know what I mean? Does she look like she's been in a lot of battles? Is she like...
Give me a perception check or an insight check. Your choice.
I got a nat 20 perception check.
Ooh, baby. What'd you get, Armos?
A 4.
All right. Big person. Really big.
I got nat 22. Huh.
Oh, wow. We know how this session's going to go. Armos, really big person. And Reginald's like, hey, that person's like a bigger version of Drell. With a 4. But with a nat 20 from Drell and Minnis, you're taking a look at her and you know that she's a giant. She does look battle worn by her bruises. However, from a few days ago, like they're starting to fade away, but they are there. You notice that the hair that's covering her face is covered in dirt, mud, soot. You do notice that there are a couple of bald spots there that look like she suffered a number of head injuries. You don't know if they're recent or new, but it looks like she got hit over the head a lot. The tabard, you notice 2 crests on them. One of the crests looks familiar. It's cut in half vertically. The image on the left is a mountain, and the image on the right is a cog, and it looks like they're joined together. If you don't recognize that symbol, you can give me a history check to see if you can remember.
I'll do a history check. 'Cause I think I know. Oh my god. Okay, rolled a nat 1, but I have plus 8, so it's a 9.
Hey, Drell, is that Lord Baron's stuff?
It's a great question.
It is. It's the Sigil College symbol.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, there's another crest on the opposite side. It's like a longer tabard. The tabard is like covering most crucial parts. Like everything that's supposed to be covered on a person is covered. You do know that she looks decent, which is something that a normal giant wouldn't necessarily care about. They kind of let everything free hang. However, she seems to be dressed properly and fitted for battle with the steel plates that are on her tabard. You do see another crest that you're not familiar with, but it looks like it has like that similar symbol with the mountain and the cog, except instead of a mountain, it's like a cog and a shield. So left half is a shield and the right half is a cog.
So she seems like could be friendly?
Possibly.
Could be? Or we know the same people? I give a shrug to Minnis and Drell. And try to kind of wait for their response to see if they want to wake her up or...
So the dilemma that you have here is that going around the giant could add a significant amount of time to your journey. Climbing over her could be a possibility, waking her up. But you do know that, like, she's blocking a shortcut for you guys.
I think it's better if we wake her up, right? Than her waking up with us on top of her. I feel like that would send the wrong message.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yes, exactly.
So how do we wake up a giant?
Reginald is contemplating. You see Reginald's lower jaw is like protruding out of his face and his fingers there. Real caveman thinking.
I'll
You could do that spell thing you do where you make the thunder claps and stuff.
you read my mind.
You want to wake up a giant with loud thunder?
Or just a loud voice, probably.
Why don't you just try to like shake him?
Okay, you talked us into it, Drell. Go ahead and give him a shake.
Yeah, all
No,
you
I said
yeah.
you can do it.
We'll wait here.
Well, let's
You
let
go over
Reginald do
there.
it. He's like invisible, right? So can't he just do it?
Well, see, he only gives fiery hugs.
This is true.
And I don't know if we should.
Listen, Drell, you do that. If it doesn't work out, then we'll wake her up with the big noise.
Yeah, plus I don't really feel like giving fiery hugs today. I'm a little parched, you know. Lack of motivation and energy.
Give him a nudge.
Hint, hint. Armos.
Just drink water then, Reginald. I don't get it. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't really feel like it.
Reginald, I think there's some fingers over in that bush, and I throw them over that way.
Armos, the deal, Armos. The deal.
Yeah, I guess I'll go over and like I guess shake him or like push the leg with my foot. Like, hey, hey, wake up.
Oh man, I really wish it was a finesse check. Give me a sleight of hand to see how gentle you are, yet assertive to wake up a giant.
Dirty 20.
Wow. Oh, really? Dirty 20 from what you having that?
He's got dex.
I just got. It's only +2.
You walk over to the sleeping giant and you nudge her leg to wake her up. And with your massive strength, you can move her body just enough to wake her up calmly and not in a threatening way. And she gives out a big yawn as she stretches her arms. And you notice this scarring along her arms. And she goes, that was a good nap. And she scratches her tummy and she looks down and goes, human. And she gets real close to you. Her head is about twice the size of your body. And she looks over to you and goes, hello, little one. Who are you?
Hello. My name is Minnis.
What?
This is.
No, it's
I don't
not.
wanna-
I'm Minnis. What are you
No,
talking
shut
about?
Up. Shut up.
Oh.
I don't want to tell her my real name.
Sorry.
Why don't you want to tell me your real name?
I don't know. You know, new people.
I mean, his name is
You
Dave.
ruined it. You ruined it, Miss.
It's
Shut
Dave.
up. Yeah. No. You know, it's just a joke I do. You know, it's one of those things. My name is Drell of the Ashbourne. What is your name?
She laughs at you like your nervousness. And when she smiles and laughs, you notice several teeth are missing.
Oh, like,
She goes, Anma. And she moves her massive hand to go to shake yours.
I'm be like, oh, it's great to meet you, and I reach my hand out to shake her hand.
She grips your hand and she notices your strength right away. She slightly overpowers you,
No,
just enough. However, she notices your firm grip, and she goes, "Strong one. Nice to meet someone of similar strength." And she goes to sit up, and she looks down, and she notices Minnis and Armos. And she goes, What are you three doing out in the forest? It's dangerous out here.
Looking for people like me. I puff
Like-
my chest out.
Like you. What are you?
Isn't it obvious? The horns, the hooves, the stature.
A horse.
No,
Horse?
not. Dude, when's the last time you saw a horse talk?
I mean I used to talk to horse all the time, but
Wait, you can speak with animals, Drell?
no, I mean I would just talk to, and it
Oh.
would never really talk back. But that's beside the point.
Oh, but you had a special connection, so it understood you.
She's laughing. as the two of you go back and forth.
I am a mighty minotaur.
Oh, Minotaur. Okay. I'm Arma. And she goes to shake your hand.
Yes, of course. Nice to meet you. And I reach my hand out.
What's your strength?
14.
She
Plus 2.
overpowers you. And she shakes your whole body. Ready? Minotaur. Okay.
Shake Armos' hand, please.
Oh, red elf. And she goes to reach her hand out towards you.
I use magic hand to shake her hand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh, shiny. She laughs, and you can see that some of her teeth are missing when she laughs at you. She puts her hand to her chest. Me, Amma, looking for friend, taking a bit of a nap.
Hey, if you need friends, I am your guy.
Oh no. Oh no. You said the
Amma
word.
loves friends.
Oh god.
Drell puts his hand to his head.
You say friend, and she's sitting while talking to you guys. She's sitting crisscross applesauce, and she's like looking at you and laughing, and she seems like, although she's speaking very loudly, overall nice and ditzy in a way.
Here, Anma, pick me up. Put me in your palm, and we can talk face to face.
She picks you up by the scruff of your neck, puts you on her knee.
Oh, that was nice. I am Minnis PebbleWalker, mighty minotaur, defeater of the knoll, and many other monsters. We could be friends.
Oh, my name is Anma. I am from the Sijic College, and I work in the LBGT unit, the Lord Baron Guard Troop.
Oh, hey, I've got friends from the Sijic College. Do you know Kemi Joe?
No.
Huh. Well, he's cool. He's cool. You'll get to know him in due time. Anyways, he what?
Yeah, I said the same thing as you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said. Huh.
Is he elf, human, horse?
He is a little. Isn't he a gnome?
He is a gnome, yes.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
Oh, tiny human.
Yes, like a tiny human.
Yeah, and she points at Drell and goes, tall human.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then she points back to Armos, elf.
You know what?
Yeah.
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 I'm a quick learner.
Anyways, so you see right here, this is the best friend column. We just met, so I'm not gonna just willy-nilly put you in the bestest friend column, but if you sign right here, then we will be officially friends. And I hand up one of my quills.
She takes the quill, and like it's so vastly small, it's so tiny. She goes, oh, and she takes her left thumb, and she starts coloring in her thumb with your quill, and then she presses her large thumb onto the page, and puts like her fingerprint there to sign it.
Oh, I got squished, but that works. Oh, that was good. I like that. Very unique.
Friend.
Lovely. I put my journal away. So tell us, friend, what is the best way to get to Sandlow?
I don't know where that is.
Oh, I look at Drell like
Wait.
maybe this was a bad idea.
Wait, you're from the Sijic College. How did you get here?
Oh, me and Orange Elf friend were on mission looking for blacksmith, and we
Orange
got
Elf?
separated. Yes,
Wait, what orange elf?
companion, friend.
Wait, how long have you been on this quest?
Oh, many moons. Since Snowfall.
Oh, wow. Who is your orange friend? What is their name?
Oh, it's she scratches her head, and she's just like thinking. It can't seem to remember.
Well, tell you what. Give me a description and I'll draw them.
Oh, okay. Orange elf.
Yep. Okay. Orange elf.
Write that down.
I did.
Orange. Kind of red, like him. And points to red elf.
Yes.
But not pointy on head, but flat.
Flat
long
on
hair, flowers.
Flowers where?
Yep. All over, kind of. Loot. Yeah, loot.
Okay, has a lute.
But has the crest for the LBST, the Lord Baron Scout Troop.
LBST. Lord Barra.
Yes, us of the guard troop are assigned to the S troop for protection. Small, red elf size, yellow flower? Yellow flowers
Yellow
or
flower.
orange flowers? Red flowers.
Fiery flowers.
Oh, yes. Loot, whimsical.
All right. I think that's pretty good. We'll keep a lookout, and if we find your friend, we'll send him your way. I've been drawing a map as I go, so I know exactly where you are.
Okay, I mean, I'll be moving. Mission still needed, but,
Oh, okay. Where should they meet you if we find them?
Ports. Boats. What was it called? She's scratching her chin and then scratching her hair.
The Aramore ports?
Yes, Armor ports. Yes. When she's like
okay.
scratching her hand, you notice that there are a lot of bite marks on her hand, like tiny bite marks.
Can I inspect the bite marks?
Yes.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Anma, can I take a look at your bite marks? I'm a bit of a cleric myself. Maybe I can help.
And she goes and she moves her hand towards you. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay, I'm okay at nature. As a 20, unnatural.
So these are bites, but they look like bites from several different creatures, but they're all the same creature. So in proportion to her, they look like tiny insect bites. Proportion to you, they look like reptile bites.
Okay.
They're not so much bigger than you, like it would swallow you whole, but it looks like it would, like if it were to bite you, it would chew on you for a while.
Do you know what did this to you? They look like some kind of reptile.
Oh, yes. And so she has two bags next to her on her feet, and she reaches over to one, and she looks at Armos and Drell, but likes you a little bit more. And she goes to show it to you. She opens the large bag, and there's all these dead raptors inside.
Oh, jeez.
However, they look very different. You get a look at one of them. There's about like 6 of them in there. And you see a lean lizard with a rigid mouth made of scale and stone. The dinosaur looks like it's a fusion between flesh and an emerald gem. Half of the raptor looks like a dinosaur with large emeralds sticking out of various parts of its body and along its spine. The gems protruding from its body look like they're in pristine condition with some mild scuffing. Imagine emerald gems in the shape of spikes protruding out of a raptor's body.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Is this part of your quest? What is your quest?
The lizards come at me before nap, and they try to eat, and I bonk them. And she points to a large warhammer that's leaning up against the rock, and she goes, "Oh," and then put him in bag. Possible snack for later, and gem worth money.
Do you mind if I take one of these gems as reference?
Okay, she empties the large sack of raptors, and Drell and Armos, you just see these dinosaurs pour out onto the floor, and it's just like ragdolling, and there's about 8 of them there.
Oh, okay.
If they're standing on their hind legs straight up, they're like a little bit taller than Drell.
Goodness.
You see that the gems are like molded with their flesh. If you wanted to take some of the gem out, you would have to like excavate it from the corpse.
Hey, Drell, you want to chip off a gem here?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it for science. And I wink at Minnis.
Science good.
And I start chipping at a gem.
Give me a sleight of hand check as you're trying to chisel one of these emeralds away from its body.
That's a 5.
So you manage to you just hit it in a wrong spot, and you just shatter one of the emeralds on its arm.
Fuck.
So you can give it another shot if you'd like,
Yeah, I'll try it
but
one
some
more time.
time will pass. Like a few minutes will pass if you're doing that.
Do I have to roll again?
Would you like to take 20?
Well, yeah, I'll be like, how about this? You guys continue with the conversation and I'll chop away at this thing.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. So just so you know, mechanically speaking, we have done this once before early on in the campaign. Taking 20 means you get a nat 20 at the cost of time, as you just take your time with it and you forego the roll. So while you're having this conversation, once you're done, 20 minutes will pass and you will take the gem out of the body.
Yeah.
What exactly is your quest? What are you trying to accomplish here? We know Lord Baron, by the way.
Oh, Lord Barrett. Yes, Barrett. Assigned to look for, she makes a symbol, like a hammering symbol. Blacksmith. Crafter.
You and I are on the same quest.
Ooh. Name. And she scratches her head. And as you talk to her for a few minutes and like you bouncing off ideas, you notice that the bald spots in her hair have bad bruises. She has like clearly suffered some head trauma.
Oh, goodness.
And it just made her clearly forgetful. And she goes, name. Orange elf had scroll. Giant. Looking for giant. Like me. Too far-fetched. Then got lead. Dwarf. Looking for dwarf with hammer.
Excuse me as I look through my notes to remember the name. Is Scoreus the one? What's the...
Scoreus Stonebones is actually a giant, a stone giant like her.
Yeah.
And he is the god of crafting, who is also traveling with Drell's father. When you look, as you're like looking through your journal, you see that name Scoreus, you can assume that she's talking about Scoreus.
Well, we already have the hammer.
You not dwarf.
No. We are not the craft people. We are looking for a crafts person.
No. Blacksmith looking has hammer. Here.
Oh, a different hammer maybe. We picked up a hammer when we fought some baddies.
Dwarf has hammer.
Yes, I'm sure he has a different hammer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Minnis could be a different hammer.
Minnis is getting a little frustrated.
Miss, I don't know what's hard to comprehend about
No,
that.
I get it. It doesn't need to be repeated. Okay. There is a hammer with the dwarf. Yes. Love it.
Strange hammer.
Strange hammer with dwarf. Got it. Anyways, we'll let you know if we find your buddy.
Armos asks, is your buddy looking for the hammer also?
Oh, aye. Noisy orange elf looking for dwarf with armor. Separated after earthquake a couple days ago.
Oh.
Climbing mountain, rumble, fall, tumble, unconscious.
Earthquake.
Oh shit, was that you, Armos?
No. Maybe.
Armos, I think it was.
Okay, so they might be around here. Wait, did you fall here? Where'd you fall?
Climbing. She points off into the distance, more southward. She's pointing to a mountain adjacent to the mountain that you came out of. The earthquake that she's referring to, you instantly notice is that when you were fighting the Nolipede and the ground started to shift when you picked up the dagger. So you're starting to put together that when you moved that dagger, it shifted the whole island in a certain way. That's how much of an impact it had.
Okay, I don't know if I guess we can ask her to come with us, or we could just move on. What do you guys want to do?
That's a great idea, Armos. Hey, Anma, why don't you
let's
just come
move
with
on.
us?
Yeah.
You want?
No, yeah, Minnis. Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You help find Noisy Orange Elf?
Exactly. We'll search together as we walk.
She gives you a wide smile. She is grinning from ear to ear. She's showing the holes in her mouth where the teeth are missing, and she looks overwhelmingly happy. And she goes, on my travel. New travel buddies.
That's right. Hey, did you ever meet a giant named Sully?
Sully?
Yeah.
Maybe a long time ago.
Okay. It was worth asking.
You seem many giant.
Well, hey, why don't you put us up on your shoulders there, and we'll go that way. And I point behind her.
Okay. And she scoops all of the raptors back into the bag. And then as she takes, Drell, as you're cutting away at one of the raptors, you see that she pulls it and it like gets the gem out perfectly. It's like the last bit of force that was needed to excavate the gem from the raptor's arm. And you are now holding a pristine cut emerald, or pristine quality emerald. Mechanically, it'll probably sell for a lot of money. Just looking at it, it looks just like a normal emerald. Like, you don't sense any magic from it. It just looks like a really high quality gem.
Okay.
And she scoops all the raptors back into the bag. And then she goes to tie it to her belt. And she reaches for the other one. And you see that the other one moves a little bit from inside. You go, ooh, ooh. And then picks it up carefully and ties the other bag to her belt.
All right. Well, we're going to move much faster with you here.
Armor fast walker. Are you allowing, Drell, Armos, are you allowing her to pick you up?
No. Drell's gonna walk next to her.
Absolutely.
Red elf. And she picks up the red elf and then puts you on her shoulder next to Minnis. And it's a very broad shoulder. There's enough space to sit. You're like 20 feet in the air, and you are just barely seeing over the tree line.
Hey, Armos, this is pretty funny. Sid and Reginald are on our shoulders, and we're on a giant's shoulder.
Reginald is like scared right now. He goes, I'm not really a big fan of heights.
Well, first you're afraid of water, now heights?
Whoa. Nobody likes being wet, Minnis.
I love being wet. Totally.
Nobody likes being wet, Minnis.
Actually, that's just me. Other people like being wet, though.
Who? A fish?
Armos, you like being wet?
No. I'm all good.
Okay, Drell, you like being wet, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's whatever.
Yeah, see, he's fine with it. Anma, you like being wet, right?
Water. As she walks forward. I'm just saying, Minnis, it's like, if you're wet unintentionally, nobody likes being wet.
But, yeah, but like, regardless, that you're deflecting from the point that you're scared of water.
I'm not scared of water. I don't like water.
All right, next time we're next to water, how about you just jump in?
I don't like water. And I don't like tall places in this form. It's high, and I'm scared and nervous.
And there's rushing wind as we're walking, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So she has she's casually walking. It's a little bit faster paced for you. Drell, you have to do a light jog to keep up with her because they're just footsteps just covering so much land.
It's a good workout.
And as the three of you walk along, you notice that you're
a wonderful tune, right?
I was getting to that, Dan.
No.
As she's walking along, walking over large rocks that would provide otherwise obstacles for you, Drell, she gives you a hand during these little hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses like her hand as like a bridge for you to like, so you can run across rather than jumping across.
That's awesome.
And she go.
You know the song too?
Oh, catchy tune. Can't remember where I learned it from.
Is this like a giant song?
Oh, yeah. It goes on for a while. Oh, that's the next part.
And Minnis definitely hums.
Drell slowly like stops jogging where he's just far enough back where it kind of like lowers the tone or the sound of the music, but I can still see them.
You notice a tattoo over her heart where it says Sully. No, I'm just kidding. As the three of you walk, you get some good ground. And then you notice some rustling next to you guys within the bushes. There are more of these emerald raptors. It looks like they're trailing you. You're able to see it automatically by scouting from her shoulder. And as you go to look down, you see that they're skulking about and they're looking at Drell. Drell, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. I do these with advantage. I got this. Good thing I do these with advantage.
You rolled a 9.
Fuck. And in that one.
Dominable.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I get to reroll a saving throw. So.
Wow.
Now, would I get to reroll the advantage or just one roll? Because
Entire
technically I roll
save.
them with, yeah, exactly, right? I get to reroll the save. So I get to
What does Indomitable say?
I just get to reroll a saving throw.
Yes, it's with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Why'd you say that so sad? You're on our team, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So you're on our team.
There are teams.
My fourth roll finally came in at a 17.
With a 17, you dodge barely out of the way from two of these emerald raptors jumping out from the side. You notice that there are other raptors in the bushes, but there are two staring down at you, startling. They're chomping their teeth in a rhythmic pattern. There are emeralds on the back of their spines, and there are some acting as teeth, and they're chomping and clicking their teeth as they're trying to assess you, and they're moving sporadically. I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiative.
13.
18 for Minnis. Sorry, 17 for Minnis.
18 for Armos.
Ooh, nice. We're gonna go ahead and start the top of the round at initiative 18, which is Armos. You see ahead of you, there are two of these emerald raptors, and it looks like there are some within the bushes. What are you doing?
I will just Eldritch Blast him.
Go for it.
The one on the left twice, and then I'll hit the one on the right once.
Sure. Roll a hit.
Okay, that's a nat 1 for the first one. Luckily, and that's a 2, which ends up being a 12.
The 12 hits.
Hey, and then I got a 28 for the one on the right.
That hits as well.
All right.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
The first one did 6 damage, the one on the left, and then the one on the right takes 10 damage, and both get knocked back.
The money for the one on the right as you deal 10 damage as you shatter some of the emerald on it. You see that it gets tumbled back. The other one gets tumbled but wakes up very weakly. And then it like looks at you and then runs away. It lets out a roar. And then you notice that the ones on the side of you also seem to run away with that Eldritch Blast, killing one of them. You're out of combat.
That was easy. Hey, good job, Armos.
Yeah. Armos is not so convinced that this is over yet.
And you stay away. I'm yelling at the raptors.
You see Anma had like her wall maul in hand, like gripped up, like really choking up onto the hammer. And she goes, skittish, but deadly. They wait and pounce. Overall, not too bad. Danger in numbers.
Oh. Hey, Drell, good job dodging down there.
Minnis, why don't you help?
What? But I didn't need to do anything. Armos did all the work.
Well, I mean, what if he didn't? Then we would need your help, so...
Oh, you want... I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to fight the raptors for you. I can do that next time.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you should, Minnis. I've been fighting everything.
Yeah, okay. Are you scared of raptors or something?
It's my emerald, Minnis.
What are humans scared of raptors?
I'm not, no.
She claps.
I'm not scared of raptors, okay? I had some dust in my eye. I couldn't see. It was really hard for me to dodge that thing, okay? It's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I look down and put my arm around Minnis, and I'm like, as I'm looking down at Drell, and I'm like, sounds like someone wants some uppies. Do you want up? You want to come up here? Just say the word and you could be up here.
No, I'm okay. I'd rather jump off a cliff.
Yeah, it's really not so bad. After a while, you know. Is there anything the three of you would like to do with the one dead emerald raptor?
I feel
Armos,
like
why don't you take the eye?
I feel like we shouldn't, because it's probably
Why not?
best we keep going, because it sounds like they're going to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they could come back, but what if they don't?
Drell, just see if you can get like a quick chip off and take it with you.
Oh, God.
Oh, so you want me to do this one too, huh?
I can come down if you need.
Oh, no, it's fine. Gosh, Drell, do this. Drell, do that. And I guess I just walk over to it and I pull my dagger out and I try to take out the emerald again.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
It's a 13.
You managed to rip one out. It's a hatch job, so it's not pristine condition, but it is still pretty good condition. You might be able to get some money for it.
I mean, I'm gonna be rich over here, and these guys aren't gonna have anything.
Alma reaches over. She goes, snack. Picks it up by its tail and puts it in the sack full of dead raptors. She goes, for friend, for later.
Does your friend eat lizard?
This one does, and she points to the other sack on her belt. And you see, like, the sack moves a little bit again.
What's in that sack?
Jelly.
Wait, who is Jelly?
Companion.
Minnis, your friend is hiding a lot of stuff from us. I don't know.
No, nice. Protects me when sleeping. And she takes a raptor out of the bag, and she opens the other bag. And when you guys look down at it, there's just this green monstrous ooze in there. And she drops the raptor in there and then cinches the bag back up. And then you just hear some horrific jelly sounds.
Oh my god.
It looks like there's a gelatinous cube in that bag, and it's just like devouring whatever's put in there.
Oh,
Fred,
lovely.
Jelly.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
What are we doing?
Whatever it is, we gotta get going. And I try to motion everyone. Let's keep going. Let's go.
Yes, indeed.
Onward.
I'm never gonna. Yeah.
Jelly nice. And then she continues to move on. You're starting to notice more of this dinosaur activity the further you go into the island, and you're seeing more of these large footsteps again. Not stopping to really look at them, you can't really tell. Some of them are circular, some of them are like have a print of 3 or 4 toe tips within the print. You do see like deep in the distance that there are more of these emerald raptors that are skulking about. You cross paths with a triceratops, but this gem is not emerald, it's sapphire, and the sapphire's fused in with the dinosaur as well. It does not bother you when you see it cross your path. It's like watching a turtle cross the road. It goes very slowly. It seems like it's keeping to itself as it's chomping on some plants. It continues to move in its own direction, and you just see this massive sapphire ceratops just go across your path. You take a moment to take a look at it. It seems very pretty. It's ornate. You can tell that like this, people probably come here to hunt these dinosaurs because they're just so rich in value. And the 3 of you carry on, unless there's something you would like to do with that sapphire ceratops.
No, I'm gonna keep going.
Pretty. Anma recognizes its beauty and then goes on. Some time passes. You find yourself late in the day, but it's still beautiful out. You wander out of some brush and you find yourself near a cliff's edge, overlooking a large valley with beautiful blue skies. A large patch of evergreen grass with huge rocks scattered all next to a pretty beautiful lake. You are gazing out into this large valley. It's a huge, wide open area. You're about 50 feet above it, overlooking this beautiful field. However, the pleasant sight is quickly stolen away from you as you gaze upon a large, long-necked dinosaur similar to a brontosaurus eating on what looks like a freshly killed T-Rex. This dinosaur looks different. However, similar to the emerald raptors, this brontosaurus has large, jagged, blood-red colored shards sticking out of its spine, neck, and face. The deep, opaque ruby gems seem to pulsate with some sort of energy within them. Armos, you instantly notice these as a raw blood shard growing out of its body. The sounds of slow gnashing teeth echo throughout the valley. The gargantuan dinosaur seems to be occupied by its meal. You notice by its feet there are some emerald raptors, similar to the ones you saw before. They seem to be skulking about, trying to steal any leftovers from the fresh kill. As the raptors try to steal some food, the bloodshard dinosaur stomps his feet. 3 of you are almost pushed back, knocked off Anma as she takes a step back to brace herself from the sheer force from the stomp. The red gem dinosaur rears his head back, thrusting it straight up into the sky. The blood shards along the spine and neck and face begin to glow bright red as this tower of a dinosaur lets out a shriekly roar, scaring away the emerald raptors, and then brings its head back down to continue feasting on the dead T-Rex.
Oh boy.
If you look at the table, please.
These are some big fucking dinosaurs.
Oh, that is creepier than I thought it would be.
So the three of you are overlooking on an edge. The cliff's edge is about 50 feet high from the field that you're overlooking. It is a huge grass field next to this beautiful lake. Next to the lake is this dead T-Rex where this brontosaurus, this blood gem brontosaurus, is eating what seems to look like all of it. It is occupied. There are patches of tall grass all around. However, he stands between where you need to go. And Anma quickly crouches down. She still sticks out, but she crouches down to try to hide, but there's no space where she can really hide. And she gets her wall ready. What are the three of you doing?
I would like to probably find. I want to try to find cover close to them, but obviously not too close to the point where I'm right next to them. So if they get discovered, I get discovered as well.
So where you currently are, you're on this cliff. To the left of you is this tall grass. You, Armos, and Minnis can definitely hide within, but Anma cannot hide. She sticks out.
Then I'll do that. Then I'll jump over I'll make my way over to the tall grass and I'll try to hide in it.
The tall grass to your west. Okay.
Yep.
So the three of you can go over there. Armos, Reginald is you see that? See that right there?
I do.
Do have it fulfill the deal, and there's a meal right there.
I know.
And look how big it is. You think?
Yep. Hey, there's water over there.
I mean, we can avoid the water part. But
Maybe. Let's just say if you keep yapping, you might be taking a plunge.
Whoa. Okay. Listen.
I gotta focus. And
you better focus on the deal, because right now you're not fulfilling it, and I still am. I need to be satiated, right? And I don't think you're up to snuff for this fight right now.
I'm very slowly leaning over as this conversation is going on right next to me. And I cough. This thing is preoccupied eating, right? We could all walk past and it would probably just leave us alone, right?
No, we cannot.
Good. What?
And Sid looks at Armos what? So this thing is humongous. It's labeled as gargantuan.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Armos.
What?
Now, I'm not a scientist, but in the gray area that is morality, those look like naturally made blood shards, not man-made blood shards. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point, and I put away my notes that I was going to.
You're
Actually,
trying
my
to
speech
move
that
the
I had-
goalposts.
You know what I mean? That I had determined in my head on how we were going to convince everyone to do this. Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is the one time I probably won't be mad at you if you need to do your thing.
I gotta do my thing. I'm a level with you. It's gotta happen. We gotta get this thing. I gotta just spill it all at this point because I don't have to be.
We're gonna do it.
Oh.
That's a weird way to say that.
What's a weird way to say what? There's a thing that needs to be done, and we're gonna do it.
The more you talk, and the more I just want to dunk you just right in that body of
You're
water.
being a
over there.
little sassafras today, Armos. I have been trying to uphold my end of the deal. I am providing you these powers, and you refuse to fill.
The longer you talk, the more I'm holding you underwater.
Oh, do you like Eldritch Blast? I'll take it away.
I don't. You could. That's cool with me.
Wait. I really need
take that
though.
shit,
I need
dude.
that.
Fuck
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Fuck
whoa.
it.
Hang on.
Take it.
Anma leans in and goes, "Who are you talking to?"
We're strategizing.
Oh,
Yeah, Alma, how do you feel about this big red dinosaur?
large. But little dinosaur nearby too.
What?
Oh. Do they work together?
No? Yes?
As he's eating a dinosaur? I don't think so, right?
As you're surveying the area, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Oh, all right. I got 12, so.
I got a 12.
Armos, you notice as you are surveying the area there is some activity happening in the bush down below.
With the, like, straight ahead of us?
Over by where the T-Rex is being eaten, somebody hiding within the tall grass trying to wave at you, trying to get your attention. But it's not trying to be caught by the thing.
Yeah.
With a nat 20, you notice that their skin is orange. And they seem to be stuck because if you can tell that, like, if he tries to run, if they try to run for it, he will be caught out by the giant dinosaur. But is not trying to make himself too noticed. You needed a DC 18 to see this.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is why only you got to see.
Oh, okay. Guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you see that? And I
What?
have my hands up to try to block the sun. I see something in the bushes. Look at the T-Rex. All right, now look just a little, that bush that's right next to the T-Rex.
Yeah.
There's someone in there.
Are they orange?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Anma, we gotta fight.
Adma, your friend.
Friend?
I don't know how good your eyes are. Your friend is in those bushes.
Orange elf?
Orange elf.
Orange elf.
All right.
And she grips the wall mall.
Oh, all right.
Armos, do you have any teleportation spells? I forget.
Like myself. So here's the thing. I've already mapped this out in my head, but I have to get within 60 feet of him.
Okay.
60 feet.
Try to get them out.
Anma's holding up 8 fingers. 60.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I don't know. I'm doing like I'm writing in the dirt, like math equations, trying to see. Nope, and I erased that.
Almost the Coriolis effect.
All right, well, everybody come here first, all right? Everybody put your hand on Sid.
Everyone puts their hand on the Sid, and then you see this large finger coming down from the top. Is this Anma's like index finger?
Oh, Anma, you don't need to touch Sid. Sorry, you're already big. You're good.
Oh, okay. And you see the finger slowly move away.
Sorry, Sid. Sid's like squished in the ground. I'm sorry. I tried. I'm sorry. All right. Hands on Sid. All right. Drell. Perfect. Armos. Me. All right. Sid, do your thing. And Sid glows vibrant blue. And I'm going to cast a first level long strider on all 3 of us.
Oh.
So
okay.
each of us now have 10 more feet of movement for an hour.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Minnis, can I see your pen real quick?
My quill? Yeah, here you go.
Your little, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I have the pen you gave me from that guy. And I hand him that.
Perfect. Amma, can you just put a little signature in this real quick? And I hold up my pack of the tomb. Or I'm sorry, what is it called? The Gift of the Protectors. And she signs. Well, hopefully we'll sign it because,
Give me a persuasion check. You have to understand, this tome looks evil by all accounts. So anybody who looks at it,
22.
okay. She colors in her thumb with your pen and presses her thumbprint, takes up a whole page, and
yeah, the book glows and then shuts close. All right, perfect. So now if you get bonked again real hard, you're not gonna die. You're welcome.
Yeah, as long as one of us doesn't use it first.
That's correct.
bonk, but no death bonk. Okay.
Yes. All right. I'd give a 10-minute inspirational speech, but I don't think I got time for it. So let's get going.
No, you did that last episode. Remember?
Oh, did I? Oh yeah.
You did.
Look, I got 18 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, once we go into initiative, here's what's going to happen. Rather than Anma having her own turn, once per initiative, you guys can you guys control Anma. So if you want to use Anma on your initiative, Minnis,
I see.
or Jet, or Drell, or Armos, she can go once initiative, and you can tell her where to move, to do a support action within her means, or an attack action.
Gotcha.
Without Long Strider, she has 45 feet of movement.
Should we stand on Anma and have her dash towards the creature? Are we going in hard or are we sneaking? What are we doing here?
I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, that's fine.
Wait, you said let's go fight it, and you're just gonna stay.
I'm very long range.
I don't like the way this sounds.
I actually, you know what? I'm gonna run, and I point back on the opposite direction, all the way back this way. I can still.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is there are a lot of those green things around, so if you're not near us.
Okay. You know what? You're right.
I'm like unraveling my giant slayer, and I'm like, Minnis, you just honestly shouldn't have said anything and let him find out the hard way.
Oh, tough love. Yeah.
That's how I learned everything growing up. Yep. Wait, you're telling me you never had tough love growing up? Your dad sucks.
My dad's love was more non-existent.
Oh, that checks out. Yeah.
So
anyways,
let's do this thing.
Let's do just super awkward.
Yeah. It's full circle from
How was your dad, Drell? Does your dad love you?
Yeah.
Don't bring it up.
Okay.
All right, here's my thought. We get on Anma, and Anma does a leap into battle, and we all ready ourselves so that before she hits the ground, we all shoot our stuff at this thing.
What's the plan? You all want to ride on her while you charge in towards this gargantuan dinosaur?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Cinematic moment.
And I'm readying an action to shoot an arrow at it.
And I'm readying an action to Eldritch Blast it.
Just before she hits the ground.
She picks the three of you up, puts you on your shoulders. Reginald is clinging on for dear life as she takes a couple steps back, grips her war maul, and begins to charge forward to jump off the 50-foot cliff. She runs 10 feet. Whoosh! With her amazing giant strength, she's able to clear an additional 20 feet off the cliff, landing just before a patch of tall grass, charging towards the Bloodshard dinosaur. The dinosaur is eating, but with the large quake, you see that he looks up. You guys readied your actions. Go ahead and take those actions now, and we'll roll initiative.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks. It's an attack action with a bow.
Okay.
The first is a 27 to hit, and the next is a unnatural 30 to hit.
Jesus.
Both of those hit.
And I said send one of my SIDS on those arrows to do an extra 5 points of damage.
What's the total damage on that?
So that is a total of 27 points of damage. And I use a favorite foe to do extra damage. 5 more points of damage, so 32 total.
Nice. Armos, what are you doing?
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it 3 times. A 17, 24, and a 13.
13 bounces off.
28 damage.
28 damage total as you shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts. 2 of them land, the other one bounces off. Drell, what are you doing?
I am just gonna run up with the giant slayer that I prepared, and I'm just gonna take some swings at it.
Well, you are a bit away from it, so you're about 110 feet away from
Well, then I'm gonna dash.
You hop off Anma's back and you jump down to the ground and you make a dash action. Go ahead and
So that's 80 feet.
Oh, you can make it to the guy.
That's the bush where there
Yep.
I'm in the bush now where there is somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hello? Is there anyone in here?
Drell, you run and you slide into the patch of grass. And you hear as a person gets knocked back. They were crouched and get knocked back a few feet forward, and you look up and you see this massive dinosaur with its long head rearing in the direction of the giant. It looks like its focus is looking over you. It has not noticed you just yet. You look down and you see, dressed in a white tabard, you see similar patches to the one that was on Anma's tabard. You see his skin is fully orange, but it looks like a pale orange. There's yellow and red flowers in his hair with large pointy elf-like ears. He has a lute. He has some couple of musical instruments on him, and he looks thankful to see you. His eyes are completely glossed over orange as well. It looks like he's kind of like one shade, with the details of his outfit being red and yellow. Very minute details. And he looks at you and he puts his finger up. He goes, and he points up.
Yeah, no shit. I can obviously see that.
You have to be very quiet. You have to be very quiet.
Then why are you talking?
I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
I mean, you keep talking and you're trying to get me to be quiet.
I'm not trying to get you got. Don't worry.
Okay,
If anything can distract, and he points to his lute and he pretends to strum.
Wait.
Distract, but if need.
How is that? Okay.
Armos, did Drell die?
I don't know. I saw him running that bush.
He didn't pop up yet.
I try to poke my head out from the bush and give them hand signals that they definitely have no idea what it means.
Give me a sleight of hand check as you try to give hand signals.
Because Drell doesn't even know what it means. It's or 13.
I think he's telling me he's hungry.
Wait, no. I mean, yes. I mean, I could snack. Let's set the point.
With a 13, you get the understanding that he's safe. And then the orange elf points back to himself and he like pats you down and makes you look at him. And he like sizes you up. He goes, I'm glad you're here.
Don't touch me. What are you doing?
I'm glad you're here. You look like a big, strong hero. You now have bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. You can do that. What's your name?
My name is, and then we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
No, I need your name.
Ooh, 18 again. Ooh.
13 for Minnis.
I got a 4.
Starting at the top of the round, Armos with an 18, your Eldritch Blast lands alongside with Minnis's barrage of arrows. What are you doing as we starting combat?
By Raj, because it was 2 arrows. I'll let myself out.
Yes, you should.
Yeah. Okay.
You telling me these arrows are by? I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, me getting down from her, is that going to be an action, or?
That would be your movement.
Then I am going to do that. So I plop down into just some bushes.
You slide off as Anma is running towards the dinosaur. You use your movement to slide and barrel roll off into some tall grass. I'm going to need you to roll me a pure luck check of a d20. Let me know what you get.
Oh no. A 10? Just right in the middle?
As you land into the tall grass, you are crouched down and you look over to your right and there is an emerald raptor staring right at you and it is clicking its teeth.
Okay.
You look over, clever girl.
I hold my hand up.
You're within biting range. You're within 5 feet of it. What are you doing?
Plans have changed.
All right, seeing the raptor in the bush, I hold up my hand as I channel as much Eldritch Blast energy as I can, and I shoot it twice with 2 bolts, which is a 21 to hit, and then a 20 to hit. And then for my third one, I'm gonna launch at the Bloodshard Longneck, which is a 14.
The 14 bounces off the carapace of the Bloodshard dinosaur, but the 2 20s hit the Velociraptor.
I got 19 damage total.
Minnis, Drell, you just see this raptor get launched from the bushes, and it is dead. It lands on the floor.
I just love the thought of seeing Armos go down into the weeds and then a raptor come out.
Just emeralds are flying out of the bushes.
You see that as your third Eldritch Blast, when you go to aim, although it seems very easy to hit, it like bounces off the Bloodshard that's sticking out of its back.
Are we still doing that thing where we could do like one like perception or nature check or whatever?
Yes, you can use your movement or bonus action to do a check if you don't want to use your main action. Absolutely.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check on the thing to see what kind of magic is coming off the thing, if any?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh my god, it was on a 20 and then it rolled over to a 6. 14.
The gems on its back are blood shards, and you do know that it's from its rawest state. From the dinosaurs that you've seen, from the emerald raptors to the sapphire ceratopses that are walking around, it seems that dinosaurs are one with the earth here. You have seen some normal dinosaurs, but particularly where you are, they are one with the earth. So if they are coming from minerals or gems, then that means there might be a source of blood shards on the island. And this thing rose from it.
I like that idea.
You do know that the blood shards are pulsating with energy, as if they have energy within them, like a dark, deep red blood shards that you've been collecting that have souls in them.
Yes.
You get the similar vibe.
All right. That's my turn.
Nice. We're gonna move to initiative 14, which is the Bloodshard Long.
Dang it.
As it rears its head, it begins to move towards Anmo. As it moves 40 feet, Drell, I'm gonna need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as it's walking over you. You can make an attack of opportunity here if you like, if you pass a dexterity saving throw. As you're talking to the orange elf, he goes, "Oh, my name is," and then the giant foot comes down. Make me a dexterity saving.
I'm gonna use a luck point, and then I rolled a 16.
And you manage to get away just enough to not get stepped on. And as he's going to tell you his name, you see this giant foot come down, and you grab him and you dodge out of the way 5 feet, and you land onto the floor. You're now laying down to get out of the way as it walks over you. It walks 40 feet. Armos, you are 50 feet away, and it is 60 feet away. So it's going to keep walking and use a dash action to get over to you. It's going to use a dash action there.
Goodness.
Armos, make me a dexterity saving throw as
God.
it is almost going to land on you.
I'm not very good at these. I got a 4.
Oh.
Roll the 4 as the massive foot goes to come down, nearly squashing you. You are going to take 37 points of damage. 37 bludgeoning damage.
Of course. I got freaking piercing.
Oh, you made it piercing? I thought it was bludgeoning.
No. After the...
You take 37 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands on you. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Oh,
Of a
goodness.
DC 22.
well...
What?
7.
You are knocked down in the prone position.
Okay.
And that's going to be the end of its turn. We're going to move to initiative 13. Minnis.
I think I'm going to use one of our commands of Anma to go on my turn and just start attacking this. If everybody's cool with that.
Yo.
Yeah. Anma, let's get to it. And I'm going to let her attack first.
Crush! She's going to swing with her war maul. She makes 2 attacks in a turn. Ooh, she hits with one of them, dealing. So now she does 15 points of damage. What are you doing, Minnis?
Lovely. So I think I'm just going to use my attack action now that it's within range. I'm going to use Melora's Sling. And I'm going to attack twice. Oh, I was on a nat 20 and rolled off. Ah. That is a 19 to hit and 29 to hit.
With Melora's guidance, both those attacks hit.
It's going to be 18 damage from the sling, and then with my favorite foe and Sid, I'm going to do another 9 points of damage.
Wow.
For a total of 27.
You're landing these shots and you know that they're connecting, but you don't see any reaction from the dinosaur itself. You can't even see its face from where you are. It's so high up.
Then with a bonus action, I am going to second level. Yeah, let's do a second level healing word on Armos. And you're going to get 9 points of health back, Armos.
Ooh.
Oh, yay. I've been healed.
It's something. That'll end my turn.
At the end of your turn, we're going to move to initiative 10. As with all the commotion, you don't really know what's going on. And we're going to move to initiative 4, which is Drell. Drell, you have just saved the orange elf from being squashed. You are knocked prone momentarily as you are holding on to the orange elf. What are you doing?
So I turned to the elf that I was talking to, and I was like, "So what's your name?"
You see that he's like all scruffed up, and he goes to shake his head, and he goes, Evergon, Reese Evergon. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Wait, what is it?
It is our Patreon supporter, Reese Evergon, aka Dylan, last name omitted. for not
Yeah, if you heard me audibly gasp in the podcast, it's because I realized
who it was.
in the moment that was our patron.
Reese has been a longtime supporter of the Bloodshard Bandits, and he was specific with his character, and he has been patiently waiting. He doesn't even know he's in his episode just yet, but he is teased momentarily, and he will be able to do cool stuff in our next session where we'll really begin the combat. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of having combat split between episodes, but this is not an easy combat.
We just started the combat.
We just started. I mean, yeah, we just started. A lot of that was planning, and storytelling. So, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah.
Anybody that does say things about, things being split up, it's not because we want to. It's because we only have a certain amount of time to record every episode because we all have full-time jobs. So we do apologize if sometimes our battles get cut a little short.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just tell them part of the recording process, we do everything within 2 hours and stuff carries over.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Also, I'm not going to let you one-shot a Bloodshard Brontosaurus.
I have so many plans.
Technically, Armos could. Technically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was an option. I have this nice, new spell. I gotta try it out on something.
I hope you do. Like I said, this arc is gonna be very fun. I'm looking forward to it. I love dinosaurs.
I could tell.
With gems.
Yeah, I like gems.
We will talk about it more in the after show. But yeah, this was a fun one. This is a fun one leading up to it. We're unpacking some things here. It may not seem significant now, but perhaps later it will be. Who knows? Ooh. But dinosaurs. We're on the dinosaur arc, boys.
The dinosaur.
With laser beams.
Freaking lasers on their head. Yeah, does anybody have anything you want to recommend this week before we move on to the Patreon spot?
Shout out to Tic Tacs. They're great. No, I'm just
Tic
kidding.
Menthol Tic Tacs.
Yeah. No, but has anyone got anything?
So I saw Godzilla -1.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, no spoilers. I didn't see it yet at the time of recording.
So it's really funny because my girlfriend and I, we went to the movies and we were trying to figure out what to watch. It was between that and Napoleon and Hunger Games, the new one. And we were like, well, they're like, I don't want to have to like focus and listen and like read the subtitles in Napoleon just because like we figured the movie's gonna be like really soft and quiet sometimes. So we were like, let's just go see Godzilla. The whole movie is in Japanese. So we were literally reading subtitles the entire movie. And we were like, well, there goes that fucking idea. So we had to read subtitles the whole time. And we were like, okay, maybe the opening scene is just like in Japanese and then it'll like, go into the future. Nope. The whole movie from start to finish is in Japanese. So if you're okay with reading subtitles while you watch movies, it's actually really good. I liked it. So yeah, go check it out.
No, it's like one of the best Godzilla movies ever made, apparently.
I heard it's great.
So
it's pretty good.
Those who don't know what the -1 stands for, it symbolizes Japan's lowest point after World War II, and then Godzilla comes in, so it's
my goodness.
So it's taking it below zero. Is the idea.
It's like it's like post, like Jared said, post World War II, like right after the fact. It's really really good. The main character, I think they wrote them pretty good. Yeah, all around good movie. I'd highly recommend. Go check it out.
It's a great rec. With that being said, we're going to go and move on to our Patreon supporters. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I'll see you later.
And now it's time to shout out the Patreon supporters. Starting with the Bloodshard Bandits. First up is Amanda, aka Morgan Ulthil. Morgan pursues her quest within the Underdark. After finding a gold amulet floating in the water, she soon realizes her search may reach its end. Jumping over pits and large cracks in the dark caverns, she's not avoiding any danger. She's following large imprints. footsteps of a giant. But what giant in the Underdark leaves crater-sized footprints? Morgan's fox companion is hot on its scent. Next up, we have Artemis, and Artemis finds himself in the center of a busy city, the city of Aramor. Artemis has visited every alchemist shop and magic bookstore in town with no luck of finding Cammy Joe. Deciding to take a break, Artemis stops at a nearby tavern for some lunch, a local spot named the Wild Side Tavern. To his surprise, Cammy Joe is in that very tavern, and he seems to be the popular one, smitten by two barmaids. Very suspicious. And just outside Aramor City is our next Bloodshard Bandit member, Ashe, aka Rocco the Croco. It's been 1 week since Rocco has left his tribe. As he travels through the swampy lands of the Riverwood Forest, he finally makes his way to Capitol Road, a major road that connects the town of Gilo, Dilmore, and Aramor City. Unknown to him which way is west, he heads east. As he travels this lonely path, he can't help to think about the last conversation he had with his brother, and the last words he said, and those were, "See you later, alligator." To his brother's reply, "Not in a while, crocodile." Next up is Benjamin the Dread Hayes, or should I say, Baby Dread. This fellamental's now dreaming of his former younger self. The drow boy, walking hand in hand with his mother, reliving a fond memory, a fun day in the Underdark by the crystal shores in the luminescent bellow. Upon returning home, a savage green flame can be seen. His home in turmoil. And high above the Underdark is our next Bloodshard Bandit member, Dana, aka Alara Dawnstar. Face to face with the gem thief, running and sprinting, Alara dashes through a set of fast closing doors, delivering a high kick to the thief, holding the sacred purified gem. A face is revealed from the devastating blow. Who could it be? A familiar face? Not to Alara, but to us, it's Julius Kendrick. And speaking of, here's our next Bloodshard supporter, Julius Kendrick, a tatted up wizard, his skin a tapestry of ancient words and phrases, a flesh shrine to his powers and beliefs as he stares down Alara Dawnstar. With red in his eyes, firmly grasping the purified gem, he hopes to redeem himself within the Red Dawn with this legendary relic. Our next Bloodshard Bandit member is Dylan Snyder, aka Reese. After a close call at a local Kambuki tavern and dodging some cultists, who knew he could fail successfully? Flirting with the wrong woman did lead to a cultist lead. But now that he is safe, he continues his search for his friend. He is truly worried about her. She could be a giant klutz sometimes. And speaking of klutzes, we move on to Reigns, our next Bloodshard Bandit member. At the demise of a death slot, splash, his body falls into a puddle of sewage water. A scared Reigns looks up at this horrifying frog-like beast. The last thing Reigns remembers seeing is the frog transforming into something scarier than he could ever imagine. The slot turned into him. The slot quickly rummages through the former Reigns' pockets to learn about his identity and steals it. And lastly, we have Ryan Green, aka Rommel, and Rommel has been busy on the Kambuki Isles. This wooden woad is dedicated to the truth from long ago. You see, Rommel noticed something very strange the moment he arrived on the Kambuki Isles, specifically with its soil. He notices the stone on the island mimics the trees in terms of life here, only if he could communicate with the rocks. Now we move on to the Sidget College alumni. And first up is Andrew Hall, a first Sidget College alumni member, and he is deep into his wizardly summer school courses, and boy is it brutal. Mostly because the classrooms are hot and the Ray of Frost conditioner is broken. Determined to pass, he can't possibly spare a spell slot to fix it. Our next member is Sakajewa, and there's a quote that's truer to him than ever before. If you build it, they will come. And Sakajewa has finished his Rocket Boot League arena, and the fans are pouring in. He has already sold out tickets for his first game at the end of the month. Our next alumni is Patrick Wennerstrom, and this punk just played his first show in the town of Gilo, and it was a hit. However, the local town Red Guard did not find it amusing. After starting a riot and destroying Gilo property, they attempted to arrest Patrick, but Patrick was all like, yeah, whatever. Robert Crisp is next, and he is feeling down as the Sidget College did not grant additional funding to his Baguette Colony project. Desperate for some cash, he picked up a side job at a local bakery to earn some extra bread. And speaking of extra bread, our next member is Saint Chaos, a former Sigil College student turned rich prisoner entrepreneur, as his toilet wine industry has seen a large boom in business. So much business that he's begun outsourcing to local nearby towns. His courier rats sure are speedy after some toilet wine. And scooting in next is our next Sigil College alumni member, Scoot Doot. Scoot seems to be surprising everyone with his doots, but not all doots appreciate scoots. You see, the Lucius Farmstead, there's a firm policy about dooting when you should scoot and scoot when you should doot. Please message us with some character information. We can't keep this up forever. Next up is Sly, a were raccoon. Sly is currently hiding in a local bar and seems to have live music. Jazz music specifically. Something doesn't seem right. He has never heard of the Wildside Tavern before. And now we move on to Humbraya's heroes. Abdul Rahman had just finished brewing another anti-theft potion, but alas, when he went to go retrieve it, it was stolen. Oh, what bad luck. But what luck indeed, as Alec's Dread returns into the store. Shocked and angered by the recent stolen anti-theft potion, he sets out to find a lead to whom the culprit may be. The first suspect on his list is Caleb Schneider, who is currently dueling Johnny Tarr. A neck-to-neck fight as swords clash between the two heroes. Another onlooker seems to take interest in the duel. Nefarious Ducarius, who smells suspiciously like rare potions. However, it seems impossible to steal from him. And then we move on over to the town of Dillmore, to a little glass shop, shattered and broken. It seems that someone had trashed Man with Glass's new store. A bell jingles as Captain Dandelion enters the recently robbed store. As he takes a report of the broken and stolen goods, he informs Man with Glass of a new anti-theft potion that is being sold in a nearby town. But fear not, as business should boom again, as a new Rocket Boot League arena has been built. Buying the last 2 tickets to its sold-out matches are Odimel and Nubs, 2 longtime members of the Rocket Boot League. Nubs aspires to play in the Pro League one day. Odimel encourages Nubs to never give up. That's all for this week's Patreon supporters. If you would like to join this amazing cast of heroes and be shouted out yourself, go over and click that Patreon link down below and subscribe to one of our amazing, fruitful, and rewardful tiers. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.